Summit, Missouri. And this week is Dog Bite Prevention Week. Today I want to take a little bit different look at dog and child safety and answer a question that I've been asked a lot the past few weeks, and I want to give you an effective and easy, simple tip to help with that. Now, generally during Dog Bite Prevention Week, the focus is strongly geared on teaching adults and children how to respect dogs and avoid behavior that is risky and likely to lead to a bite. Now, that's a really important message, and as a Family Paws parent educator, I am always dedicated to that. And you can check out Smarty Paws LLC on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube, as well as our blogs on our website that address that information on creating dog-aware generations and learning how dogs communicate. But I want to address this reoccurring question of late. Many families that have been considering adopting a dog or getting a new puppy have been moving forward with that decision and contributing to clearing the shelters, or thinking in fostering a dog, or they've been thinking being home more, they might as well go ahead and get that puppy. So once they're doing this though, a lot of times they're finding out, and this is the phone calls I'm receiving and email inquiries, that one child in particular, or some of their children, are surprisingly nervous or fearful or afraid or terrified of the dog. And they weren't expecting that little kink when they went ahead and made that decision. So I want to offer a tip that can help kids who are nervous about their new furry family members with a safe, enjoyable way to have encounters. Now, these tips are not about nervous dogs, okay? There are other ways and things that we need to do to help dogs be comfortable. And of course, respecting their space and what they're saying is important. And that is a whole nother video. And you can also contact me or another Family Paws parent educator to help foster that relationship safely between dogs and kids, and get your dog more comfortable with the child at all the different ages and stages. What I want to talk about specifically is how the child's comfort level. It's important for both participants to enjoy the interaction. So if you have a child who's afraid of the dog or nervous with the dog, how are you going to build a relationship there? So this is about dogs who are comfortable. They're not cowering, they're not hesitating, they're not paw lifting, they're not muzzle punching kids, they're not over aroused and anxious. These are for dogs that are generally happy to see your child and interact with them, but the child is more the one who's recoiling from the interaction and really not comfortable with going on. So we want to make sure our dogs are safe and comfortable, but it's important that our kids are too. So the tip that I want to tell you about is something super simple. A lot of times people and well-meaning trainers and people on, Facebook pages or whatever, try to give the advice saying, oh, well, give your child a treat pouch and, just have them toss the dog treats. Let's do that, because then the kid will like the dog and the dog will like the kid. And that's very well-meaning advice, and it's very popular advice. But there are a lot of better ways to grow a relationship safely between a dog and child than creating this hyper-focus for your dog, focus on your child. So it's not always a good idea. Sometimes it can work for certain situations, but there's more to consider. So in this situation where you have a child who actually does want to interact with the dog, like they're a little bit nervous. Now, if you have a kid who's panicking and absolutely petrified, then we're not going to force interaction. It's very important that just as you would give dogs space, that you give kids space too, and respect how they feel and what they're saying. And so this is a tip for kids who really want to, but they don't know how to, or they have some aversions to it. Like some kids, they don't like being slobbered on, or they don't like being breathed on. I have a kid who's sensory sensitive, and there are a lot of things about pets that she does not enjoy. Giving dog treats, like they don't like the smell or the feel, or maybe they don't like the dog's tongue or teeth nibbling, or whatever it is that happens in that interaction. Or even just being a little kid with a dog right up in your face. So to create some comfort for that child who does and who is interested in interacting, but just needs a little bit of help, we have a fantastic and simple tip, and that is create a go-go gadget arm for your child. Using something that is soft and smooth and extendable, like a wooden spoon, a pointer, even a chuck-it handle. Those are all things that your child, they could stand on one side of a gate and offer your dog a goodie. They can play come when called, hide and seek. So your child can go stand behind a door with just the hand with the peanut butter on it sticking out, that tool, and then call the dog to come to them. So the dog gets to come, and not only are they targeting the stick, the child's hiding behind the door, the dog's finding where that child is at and licking the stick, getting rewarded for the come, having a positive association, and the kid also has a positive association with it because they're not being bombarded by this big beast. So there are so many ways to use this go-go gadget arm with dogs and kids to help build kids' comfort. If you have a child who wants to teach a dog some tricks, luring is one way you can do that. And some squeeze cheese or Kong stuffing or peanut butter. There are so many things. Canned dog food that you can put on the end of those things to have your child lure with that. So there are lots of simple things you can do with a child who needs some space but really wants to interact with that dog to help them feel more comfortable with that interaction. With the come when called or any of those things really, you know, they can do hide and seek or even just calling them to come, and rather than having the dog run towards the child and get a treat or stop for the treat but still coming for the child, they can target that stick, and it teaches them to give the kids a little bit of space also. So if you have any questions about how to use a go-go gadget arm, let me know.